channel. If you're new here, hello, my name is Christina and I'm going to be doing the Disney College program for the Spring Advantage term of 2019. I leave for Florida in under 7 days. That is so crazy. My check-in day is February 4th and I leave on the 1st all the way from Arizona. So I'm so excited to share my adventure with you guys. So for today's video, if you don't already know, for this college program I actually got accepted for a character performer. So I'm going to be sharing with you my experience at my audition. Also, just a recap as well, I did just get back from my DCP in California. I did the one at the Disneyland Resort for the fall term of 2018. I vlogged a lot of my first DCP, so if you want to check out any of those videos, go ahead and head to my channel and they'll all be there titled DLRCP Fall 2018. Also, real quick, make sure to stay until the end of the video because I'm going to be showing a very cringy Snapchat video that I made of me after my audition. Alright, let's get started. So I applied for the Disney College program on September 17th. I had to do it kind of early because my character audition was on the 18th. I didn't apply right away because I wanted to make sure that I actually liked the program because I had just started in August. I think applications dropped like the 22nd or something and I wasn't ready to apply right away because I didn't know if I wanted to do it or not. But then character performer auditions came up on the 18th, the very first one actually that the program did. So I had to apply at least the day before. So I applied on the 17th and then the next day on the 18th is when I had my audition. So I kind of went in blind. I didn't really know what to expect. I was really kind of nervous. I don't remember if I felt like too nervous. I was nervous, but like, I don't know, I was just really excited to go because character performing is something I have been wanting to do for so long. Working in Disney in general and then being a character performer has just been a dream. So I actually reached out to the Spring Advantage 2019 Facebook group for the Disney College program and asked if anyone was going to the auditions there in California, and I think there were a couple people that were going, and so they added me to a little group. I just basically wanted someone to meet up with, that way when we got there it wouldn't be so nerve-wracking and I wouldn't be like the loner in the corner. I don't know how to like go up to like random people and start talking, so it was nice to like have someone to like go to. I think my audition was a little bit north of LA at 10:30, so I gave myself 2 hours to get there around 10:15 I think, so I ended up leaving at like 8 or maybe like 7:30. I don't know. I got up really early. I don't remember the audition time, and I actually got there like 15 minutes before the audition. That was fun, driving by myself in rush hour traffic in California. It was great. So once I got there, I went in, and at first I didn't know where to go because there was like other auditions going on. So there was like this little desk lady and I was like, hey, where's the Disney auditions? And she told me which room. I went over to the room, entered it. It was just a normal studio, and there was like, I think there was about 50 people there all together. I think the number, like our numbers that we got only went up to like 49 or something like that. So I went in, I was looking for the person that I was talking to, and I was like, okay, where are you at? And she was like, oh yeah, I'm in the front row. And so I like kind of creeped up on the person that I thought she was. Luckily it was her. So it was really nice to like meet with someone. So if you are doing an audition, definitely go on that Facebook page and be like, hey, is anyone auditioning here? Like, let's meet up, you know, to have someone to audition with, because it's really kind of nerve-wracking to go to an audition by yourself. The lady at the door gave me a number. I was number 43. It's actually still sitting in my car on my dash. It's like a little sticker. So I put it on, and then we kind of just waited for a good while. Finally, one of the guys came in and was like, okay, we need to get you all checked in. So he had us check in online on our phones, which was super convenient. And then they were like, okay, let's take your stuff and go to the next room. So we went over to the next room. It was a larger studio, much bigger than the first one, so we could all kind of spread out. And then we kind of just went into it. They had just talked about like, you need to be this, like a character performer is this and this and this, all this stuff. They were so nice. If you're going to a character audition, especially a Disney one, don't be like nervous about the casting director or anything like that, because they are super nice and they are going to lift you up as like much as they possibly can, because they want you to be excited too. They are super excited for you and they want you to do well, so just don't be nervous at all. I mean, you can be nervous, but like don't be scared of them. They're so nice. So yeah, they started talking to us, and then the first thing that we did was we learned a march. They brought in 2 choreographers and they were also really super nice and uplifting as well, and they just kind of taught us like this little march. It was super simple. I think it was like 4 8 counts, not even. It was really short and it was super simple, and it was basically a walking march type thing. So they taught it to us, they went over it a couple times, and then finally when they thought we were ready, they lined us up kind of like across the room in lines of 5. We lined up by number, so like 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10. So I was number 43, so I was like in the back. Everyone did their little march across. I think you had to do it 3 times. So you did your march and then you walked off, but you had to like walk off still like in character basically. The march went well. I actually didn't mess up on the march, I don't think, so that was good. I was so nervous. Like when I was getting up there I was like, yeah, I can do this, but like right when I got up to the line and the people in front of us were just starting, I got so nervous. Like my heart just dropped and I was like, oh my gosh, this is it, because this was like basically where they made their first cut. So I did my little march thingy. I honestly don't remember how it goes, so even if I was allowed to show it to you guys, I wouldn't remember. And then we left stage. The casting directing people were like doing their little notes and all that stuff, and then I think they made the decision really quick. So we all lined up and they were like, okay, we're gonna list off people. If we call your number, stay. If we don't call your number, you are free to go. I was so nervous. I didn't think I was gonna make it. Like I think I did good, but I didn't know. But lo and behold, they did, and I was so excited. They started calling numbers. There were some people who started crying because their number wasn't called. People were giving each other hugs. So they literally split us in half. So those people left and then we stayed. They had us fill out paperwork and then they took our height and then they took our picture. After that, the choreographers came in and taught us a new dance. And this dance was a little bit harder. It was more than 4 8 counts. I think it was like 8 8 counts. I don't know. The beginning was like super easy because it was like a march again, and then it got into like the dancey stuff. Really, we just kept doing it over and over and over again. If you're a dancer, I think you could get it down pat. Like it was super easy. If you're not much of a dancer, there is a little bit of coordination. Even I messed up on my dance, like just couldn't remember, or like I didn't know how to get to the next step. But they told us like mainly animation is more important than the actual dance itself, so just keep that in mind. I'll talk about that in a minute. But we learned the dance and we did it all together, and then finally they were like, time for your animation. So what the animation is, it's basically like a big thing of charades. So they give us a scenario and then we basically act out that scenario in any way that we want to. You just have to be super big with all your emotions. If you think it's big, go 10 times bigger type big. And we just have to show a lot of emotion. We can show it in our faces, your whole body. Like you just have to show so much emotion in your whole body, and it has to be like in a little space. Some people were like traveling across the room and trying to do that, and they were like, try to keep it within your space. You know, as a character performer, you don't have a whole bunch of like a range of like what you can do, I guess. So yeah, there was that. So the animation was a huge part. It was kind of nerve-wracking at first, but only because it was weird just like randomly acting out a bunch of stuff. But then you realize that everyone's doing the same thing and they're not even worrying about what you're doing, they're worrying about themselves. Do not be nervous when it comes to the animation, because it's really not that bad. Once you realize that everyone's kind of looking like goofballs just like you, it's like it totally just goes over your head. So we did the animation, and then I think we went back to the dance. We did it with like the music and everything, and then I think they split us in half to have us watch each other. And then same with the animation. We did the animation a couple more times with the music because they had music for that as well, and then they had us split in half so you could watch each other, and that was about it. And I think they were taking notes at that point too, so just make sure that you're always like going full out, giving it your all. So then they took us to the other room that we started in, and then they basically pulled us in 5. So I was the last group of 5, which gave me a lot more time to practice my dance, so I was kind of happy about it. And so once they pulled us in, they had us line up staggered like 1 2 3 4 5, and then we did the dance first 2 times. So they gave us twice to do it so that, you know, get your nerves out the first one. I did better in my first one, and then I messed up in my second one. But they want to see that even if you mess up, you can catch back on. So if you mess up, it's totally fine. Don't be worried. Don't make it look like you messed up. Like just go back into the move and look happy, and like that's literally kind of what they're looking for. They want to know that you can just get back to where you were going. And so I was able to do that. When I did mess up, I caught back on, and I was kind of just laughing about it, like, oh, ha ha ha, I finished it out. And we were good. And then also another tip is don't watch anybody else. There were mirrors, but I wouldn't watch anybody. If anything, watch yourself. Make sure you look at the casting directors, give lots of facials, like, because that's what they're looking for. They're looking for a performance. Don't watch anybody, because that kind of messes you up too, especially if they mess up and then it messes you up. I learned very early on not to watch people when I perform. And then the animation, I think we only did once. So then after that, they were like, you're good to go. And then they did have people stay after, not a lot. I think just to like clarify some things or like get an extra measurement. If you were called to stay or if you weren't called to stay, it didn't mean anything in terms of being casted or not. They just had to like clarify some things. So don't get scared if like a couple people are asked to stay after like the audition and then you are free to go. That doesn't mean anything. So yeah. that was about it for my audition. So then on September 24th, I actually got accepted into the Disney College program into food and beverage again, which I was fine with. I was gonna go regardless of what I got. And then on October 15th is when they gave out the emails saying, your role has been changed, congratulations, you can accept it, and voila, I got the role of a character performer, and I'm so excited. I just hope that it goes well. So with that being said, I'm gonna go ahead and wrap up this video here. I hope you enjoyed my experience video, and I would definitely audition again. It was so exciting to be able to do that. So make sure you audition if you want to audition for anything. Like, don't be scared. Like, just put in your all for it. No, you are you, and you can do whatever you put your mind to. With that, I'm gonna go ahead and wrap up this video. Thank you so much for watching. If you did enjoy this video, go ahead and give it a thumbs up. Also, if you're not subscribed, go ahead and hit that subscribe button as well. That way you can follow along with me in my next DCP adventures. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you all have a terrific day, and I will see you in the next video. Bye! Oh my goodness, guys. Okay, so I just got done with my audition for Disney character performer. I think it went good. I don't know. I made it past the first cut, so that's good. I'm all hot and sweaty and gross, but that's okay. If you're seeing this, that means I made it, and I'm going to Florida.